Time to crack one through the covers. It's the Run Home Cricket Update.
Brian, the Border-Gavaskar Trophy is up for grabs. We lose at the moment 1-0.
Yep.
Big out.
Huge out.
Can you share with the listeners who it is?
Yeah, the Hoff, Joshy Hazlewood, is out of the second test. So the Aussie paceman has been ruled out with a low-grade left-side strain, a bit like yours, Shook. I know you got a broken rib. We'll get into that.
Broken rib.
It is a big loss. So I thought Joshy was probably our best bowler. Well, he was. Statistically, 557 over 34.
He is.
Shawnee Abbott or Brendon Doggett come into the squad. I wonder who they're going to... They haven't actually... they've got Scotty Boland. I think he's been named. Which he's next off the...
Where's he been?
Well, he can't make the cartel.
What's his test average must be through the floor.
He's
good at home.
The debut at an MCG. Was that was that Boxing Day test 2 years ago when he just went berserk?
Yeah, so 28 wickets at an average of just over 12 in his 6 tests on Australian soil.
I'd like to see Sean Abbott get
me too. Me too.
And what about Morris, the kid, Lance? He's the new wild
Lance,
thing.
Lance
He was
in the
around
squad at the moment.
But that's like Boland's the next best bowler.
Yeah, it would have been, if Nisa wasn't injured, it would have been out of those two to fill in for Hazlewood.
Right. So Sean Abbott hasn't made his debut yet.
No, big white ball.
He's a white ball aficionado, yeah.
So we'll see how we go, but we need to work on our batting. And the young kid
Speaking of, did you catch any yesterday?
The Greek.
The Greek guy.
The Greek guy. Talk about him.
Well,
Elephant room. Talk about him.
No. Well, we had the greatest, our greatest captain, most successful captain in studio with
Ricky
us.
Ponting.
Ricky Ponting.
Yep.
And we put it, speaking of putting him on the line,
Yeah.
we asked him and he said, he's just a little bit too young. So I'm listening to Punter.
I know. So okay, the facts
18 months, he said.
The facts of this, right? Aussies begin training in Adelaide today for the second test. Sam Konstas, the Greek god, stars with a bat in Canberra, 107 against India.
Yep.
Now, I'm just playing devil's advocate. It's the third century of the summer for the 19-year-old. And everyone will be saying, oh, yeah, he's got to be in. But if I'm India, I'm not getting into him, if you know what I'm saying.
No, I know what you're saying.
So if I was coaching against Sam Konstas and I kind of want him in,
right.
I'm not bowling to him how I'm bowling
Scott
to him exactly in the test. And they're smart enough for this stuff.
Yeah, of
So
course.
yes, he got 107, and I love that he did.
Yep.
And I hope we go with him. I actually like the idea of it. But so let it be written, so let it be told. They're not bowling to him how they're going to bowl to him in the real...
Oh, you mean because India A, you think they would just...
any coach worth their salts,
smoking mirrors.
in whatever sport it is.
It was only Boomer not bowling. It was a pretty strong
It was
side.
what? Only?
Well, I know he's the Mickey.
Yeah.
But they still had it. These other bowlers played against
I understand, but I don't believe they're bowling how they would.
Okay.
I wouldn't. If I was coaching against Sam Konstas, I would want to bowl for him to succeed.
Right.
Right? And then come the test match, I'd go, hey, Sammy, what you saw in the warm-up, very, very different, Chuck. That's what I would do as a coach.
Would you, if you're McDonald, the coach,
Ronnie,
get him down in the nets just to give the other batsman a bit of a scare? Just say, right, just come down, get around the Australian side, get the bowlers to bowl it, just to put a little bit of pressure on those top-order batsmen.
Absolutely.
He's got to be in the squad in Brizzy. I'm not saying he needs to be selected, but get him in there. But as soon as the series is done, regardless, if it's 3-1 Aussies or 3-0 India, he needs to be playing in that next test.
I'm with you.
Once the series is done, you've got to get him in.
Brian, Brooks, I'm pro Konstas. I'd love him to be picked, but I'm just saying, just be careful. If the Indians are smart enough, which I'm sure they are, this is a big sport for them. They're not bowling to him in this game where he scores 107, how they'll bowl to him in a test match. They're not... They're Billy, not silly, Brian.
No. That's right.
Would you not do the same thing?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying. But the pitch also, he's looking very impressive.
Yeah, I want him. I'd pick him.
It was front foot, back foot, both sides of the pitch. I think the good thing about this innings is it's going to light a fire under Marnus and McSweeney as well. Because if he keeps performing like this, it's... You know, everyone wants him in. You can see the vibe. Like, even that first Shield game, everyone's like, oh, he's still a bit raw, like he's young. But this was sort of that, I guess, tipping point moment where everyone's now, well, he's done it against India, albeit not Bumrah, Kohli there, you know. it's not their full side. And like you said, Sugar, they might be just at
Setting a
70,
trap.
80%
Setting
because
a
they've
trap.
got Adelaide
I'd
at
do
the end of
that.
the week.
Was this a one? This was a one day, or was it?
It's
It was a
sort
hybrid.
of hybrid-y sort of situation where it was over in one day, but they were
Could he?
test fields, and
Do you feel that? I mean, it's a different game now. Like, remember in the old days where it was a 5-day test and blokes would just block and you'd be out there. I'm just thinking of Dirk Wellham when he was. But I just don't think the players. I just think the players now, because of the 2020 and they just got and this is no knock on these cricketers. I think it's a knock on the young generation. They've got no attention span.
Yeah, but is that a knock?
Well, I think it is in a 5 when you want to. Well, our test matches are going for 3 or 4 days.
But do we need a 5-day game? So is it a knock on the players or
it's
a knock
a test match
on the archaic game?
The test match.
We don't need 5 days, Brian, to decide a game.
Yes, we do.
No, we
the last few
don't.
summers.
Yeah, I know we haven't, but I want a 5-day test.
What other game needs 5 days?
Cricket.
And
You're not Australian.
And not only that,
You're not Australian.
Hat backwards.
not only
Your hat's
that,
backwards.
not only
You're
that.
saying, man.
You're a Trump supporter.
Oh, please.
Why don't you go follow baseball?
Brooks, what other sport goes 5 days and at the end of it you go, oh, sorry, draw?
Yeah, but it's a
That
test
is
match.
ridiculous.
I love that.
Some AFL
Stupid.
games.
I love it.
It is stupid.
Well, so you're not a true cricket aficionado.
Okay. So what do you want Marnus to do?
I want Marnus to just get out and get some runs.
So you want him to just block 2 off 52?
Yes, because what it does, it frustrates the Indian bowlers.
Right.
And we can get out there and then we can get a big score. Instead of
You
just
don't
trying to
want him to
score.
attack?
No. We used to be able to attack when we had good batters.
Mate, if we can't do 4-day test matches these days, it is ridiculous. You and I get teased about.
I'm not changing.
Okay, we might be working on day 5. We just tell us we are working because it never goes to day 5.
Yeah, but that's why we need Dirk Wellham back. Break him back with more.